Selling Property in Canada as a Non-Resident, your ultimate guide. If you're a non-resident looking to sell property in Canada, you might be wondering, is the process different from that of a Canadian citizen? Is it more complex or relatively straightforward? The short answer, yes, there are key differences. But don't worry, with the right knowledge, planning, and expert guidance, you can successfully sell your Canadian property without unnecessary headaches. This ultimate guide will walk you through everything you need to know, from legal requirements to tax obligations, so you can navigate the process like a pro. We're talking about maximizing your profit and minimizing any potential stress, because let's be real, selling a property can be stressful enough, let alone when you're dealing with international regulations. So whether you're living abroad or just haven't gotten around to changing your residency status, stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's make sure you're fully equipped to sell your Canadian property like a boss. Let's dive in. Absolutely. Anyone, whether they live in Canada or not, can own, buy, and sell property in the country. You don't need to be a citizen or even have permanent residency. Think of it like owning stocks. You can buy Apple stock from anywhere in the world, and the same principle largely applies to Canadian real estate. However, just like with any investment, there are specific rules and tax implications that non-residents must be aware of before listing their property for sale. We're talking capital gains tax, withholding obligations, and potential compliance requirements. The good news is that these rules are manageable, especially when you're armed with the right information. That's why I'm breaking down the entire process step by step, so you can avoid any surprises and maximize your return. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to navigating the world of real estate. So stay tuned, because in the following chapters, we'll be diving deep into each stage of selling your property as a non-resident, ensuring a smooth and profitable transaction. Listen up, because this is crucial. When selling as a non-resident, it's not enough to just hire any real estate agent. You need someone with the experience and expertise to navigate the unique challenges that come with non-resident transactions. Think of it like this. You wouldn't hire a divorce lawyer to handle your tax audit, right? You want a specialist who eats, sleeps, and breathes non-resident real estate. A knowledgeable agent who specializes in non-resident sales will be your secret weapon. They'll understand the ins and outs of market trends, zoning laws, and most importantly, those non-resident tax obligations we talked about. They'll help you price your home competitively, market your property to the right buyers, potentially even international investors, and handle negotiations with your best interests in mind. But it goes beyond that. A specialized agent will also guide you through the entire legal and tax process, ensuring you're compliant with all regulations and minimizing any potential liabilities. Remember, this is your investment we're talking about. Don't settle for anything less than an expert in your corner. Chapter 3, Step 2, Get your property appraised. Before you even think about listing your property, you need to know what it's actually worth in the current market. Remember, real estate is all about supply and demand, and understanding the fair market value of your property is crucial to setting a realistic asking price. This is where a licensed appraiser comes in. They'll assess your property's condition, location, and recent comparable sales in the area to determine its current market value. Think of it like a health check for your property, giving you an unbiased assessment of its worth. Your real estate agent can also be a valuable resource in this process. They have their finger on the pulse of the market and can provide insights into recent sales trends and comparable properties. Having a realistic appraisal will not only help you set the right price for your property, but also give you leverage during negotiations. It shows potential buyers that you've done your homework and are serious about selling. Remember, pricing your property correctly from the get-go can make all the difference in attracting buyers and securing a quick and profitable sale. Chapter 4, Step 3, Set your pricing and selling strategy. Now that you have a solid understanding of your property's value, it's time to talk strategy. This is where things get exciting. You and your agent will work together to determine the best listing price, taking into account market conditions, your timeline for selling, and your desired profit margin. But it's not just about the price. You also need a solid selling strategy. Do you want to sell quickly, even if it means potentially accepting a slightly lower offer? Or are you willing to wait for the right buyer who's willing to pay top dollar? This is where your agent's expertise really shines. They'll help you craft a marketing plan that targets the right buyers, whether it's local families, international investors, or savvy real estate developers. We're talking about high-quality photos that showcase your property in its best light, compelling property descriptions that highlight its unique features, and targeted advertising that reaches the right audience. Remember, in today's digital age, first impressions matter. A well-executed marketing strategy can make all the difference in attracting buyers and generating interest in your property. Chapter 5, Step 4, Apply for a clearance certificate. All right, this step is super important, so listen closely. If you're a non-resident selling property in Canada, you must apply for a clearance certificate from the Canada Revenue Agency, CRA. Think of it like a passport for your property sale. This legal document certifies that you've paid all your taxes related to the property, including capital gains tax. It's essentially the CRA's way of ensuring they get their cut before you transfer ownership to the buyer. Now, here's the catch. Processing a clearance certificate can take time, sometimes up to 6 months. That's why it's crucial to apply as soon as possible, ideally as soon as you decide to sell your property. Don't wait until you're in the final stages of negotiation or closing, as this could delay the entire process and potentially jeopardize the sale. Trust me, the last thing you want is a tax headache holding up your payday. Your real estate agent can guide you through the application process, ensuring you have all the necessary documentation and meet the CRA's requirements. They can also help you track the status of your application and keep things moving smoothly. You got this! Selling a property as a non-resident in Canada may seem complicated, but with the right planning and guidance, it can be a smooth and profitable experience. Remember, knowledge is your best asset in any real estate transaction, and now you're armed with the information you need to succeed. Want expert help? Don't go it alone. Connect with a real estate agent who specializes in non-resident sales to make your transaction stress-free and successful. They'll be your trusted advisor, advocate, and negotiator throughout the entire process. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more real estate tips and advice, and share it with anyone you know who might be looking to sell their Canadian property from abroad. Until next time, happy selling.